You had mentioned you didn't know necessarily the status of New York's stars. Is there any way for you to find out until the lineup comes out? Do you plant somebody at the airport or anything like that?
No, we try not to do those kind of things, be devious and mischievous and all that. The rumor we've heard is that they've brought everybody. Obviously we won't find out 100% for sure. Sometimes teams, when they go coast to coast, travel with 20. So even though they brought everybody, doesn't mean that, the guys in question will suit up. Maybe they're just here for the trip and, team morale, etc.
When a team has so many shots as it did last week and not too many on target, what does 1 week make a difference there? And what do you tell the team in practice to try to change that?
It's just, you keep working on the same things, putting them in front of goal, getting them confidence, and you hope this week that the shots go on goal. And, it just takes, I've said it, it sounds like a broken record. I think it's going to just take one game where things go in for us and then the confidence will grow. And, and then all of a sudden everybody's going to feel better. I remember how Jordan Morris struggled at the beginning of the year. Then finally a goal came and, now he's got 5 goals in his last 8 games or something. So, it just takes something sometimes to break it and then everybody goes, oh yeah, I feel better about it now.
Morris got his first goal, but overall, with his game, what have you seen out of him this year that maybe he didn't have last year, and if you liked what he's been able to bring to you guys on the line?
Obviously he's made improvements. He's getting older. For sure, I think his passing has gotten better. But more so than anything, it's just his decision making. Technically he's always been a pretty good player. That was never an issue. But it's a question of the decisions that you make with the ball, when to pass it, when to hold it, and just getting comfortable with that. He's a pretty intense kid. So with him, sometimes it's about just relax a little bit and play.
Sigi, New York does have a star-studded lineup, but how important is it for you guys to play your game and be successful in that?
Well, it's always important for us to play our game. I thought against Red Bull last week, I thought tactically the team did really well. They did what we asked them to do. We were all on the same page together, staff and players, and I think we opened them up pretty good in the first half, and should have had more. So it's just a matter of continuing to believe in what we're doing all together and execute it, and hopefully it'll break.
Saw that all 3 of their star players for NYC scored last week in the same game. Is that do you think it's a floodgate sort of thing for them, or is it just, you're not too worried about them at this point?
Well, you always. Obviously Villa's player's gotten a fair amount of goals. One of the best strikers in this league this year. Lampard hasn't played many minutes, so when you look at his goals per minute, it's pretty good. And his whole career has been based upon the fact of being a goal-dangerous midfielder coming late into the attack, and so he gives them that option. And certainly Pirlo free kick. He's known for his free kicks. He's dangerous on those set pieces, corner kicks. We got to give away as few as possible and take away his time and space when we can.
Besides Torres, is everybody available tomorrow?
Yeah.